2 weeks, we're going to do Rodeos 2, Part 2. Bears 2. May was Bears, Rodeos 2, and then we'll do Bears 2 and Rodeos 2. This is the month of doubles. We have the multiple Smoky Bears this episode, this multiple Gorgeous Georges. This is Bears 2. Last week we had Rodeos 2. Next week we're going to do Rodeos 2. We did we're going to be doing 2 rodeo episodes in the month of May and 2 Bears episodes in the month of May. Those are the 2 things that we're doing doubles of. I hate to rub victory in other people's faces, but Brother Binks really messed up when he said that we're never going to win an award for best planned stream, because it's imminent. Moving to Tuesday nights, and that is Tuesday.
Come on! My name is Joe Skate. I don't think the blues come out. I can't make my dream, but I don't have to. Come on!
Happy birthday to Hot Sauce. Thank you, Hot Sauce, for all you've done. I don't know what happened. Somehow I hit the wrong button. I should have done my introduction before we heard that intro jam. How's that crow chased, Brother Binks? And welcome back, Baxter. We have to introduce the show. Oh dear. I dropped my earpiece. Okay, we are good. Thank you. Welcome. We are sorry we had to cut the story short 2 weeks ago. We heard your cries, we heard your boo-hoo, but we're here to remedy that. It's Caveman News episode 75. Rodeos 2. And then it'd be excellent if the intro song, the theme song started playing, but I somehow messed that up. There's only one way to remedy the mess up. We need to get some assistance in here. Somebody we all know, we all love. This is, ladies and gentlemen, in every roping contest he's ever been in, he's won. He's the gun. And he's the one that shoots fun? Whatever. It's Pepito.
Out of this world. So good.
I do stay hitting the wrong button. Now I'm all flustered. Oh, I do have. Is it? You know what? I don't think this is the night. I'm gonna put this back. Pepito, how are you?
So good.
So good. So good.
It's so good.
So good.
Beautiful. Are you prepared for Rodeos 2? Part 2? That's some wild sounds. Okay. Alright. Beautiful. I'm also flustered because I don't know if you noticed in the intro, but I have Cobra's little... Uh-oh, he's gonna go up there. He's eyeing his bed. He's about to jump into the camera frame. I know it. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. Here it comes. Oh my god. Oh. And then, of course, he leaves right away. He didn't even put on his little cowboy hat. That's offensive, don't you think?
Barry, put on your damn hat.
Absolutely. I can see all of your dome. And of course, now he's sitting on my notes. This is classic Cobra behavior. Pepito, do you remember where we left off in our discussion of Rodeos 2? Here's a
It
little
has been a
quiz
busy
for
week.
you. What?
It has been a busy weekend. I don't really recall.
Well, let's be honest. It was 2 weeks ago. Soy Teresa says she's intrigued by the sparkle. You got a sparkle going on?
The sparkle. Is it the CHS Caveman Rusty shirt?
Oh, wait. That's underneath your horses? Ay, ay,
My
ay.
horse head shirt.
Cobra's found himself a place to sit, so I just moved the camera. Let's see if he's on in frame.
Cobra.
Bien. Now let's see if I can get a cowboy hat on him. Okay. Alright. He doesn't want to wear it right now. Which, understandable. I'm not wearing my cowboy hat. I notice you're not wearing yours, Pepito.
Oh yeah, it's at the cleaners.
That's too bad. Alright. So, let's get into it. As a refresher from 2 weeks ago, and right off the bat, Pepito, do you want to wish us happy second birthday to Hot Sauce, the cat
Hot
that lives
Sauce.
with dark farts?
Oh, happy second birthday. Having
Hey.
fun with dark thoughts.
And Cobra just had his second birthday 2 weeks ago. It's
Yeah.
it truly is 2 months. I'm excited about it. So, where we last left off, we were talking about how Carlsbad in 1904 hosted one of the best roping contests that the
Oh,
West has ever seen. And there was it was a contest between Clay McGonigal and I forget the guy's first name. I should have looked this up. Or actually, the network, Cave TV. I didn't see what. Did you see they had something at the beginning of the show? I
I
couldn't
couldn't hear
catch
it.
what it said because I was flustered and getting things
Oh,
wrong. But it,
what is the Pecos Bill show?
well, see, that's what I was wondering. That's what it said at the top of the show. It said Cave TV, and then it said Jenkins Furniture sponsors the Pecos Bill show. I don't know. I have no idea what the Pecos Bill show is, but Jenkins Furniture sponsor us. We're on Cave TV. I don't know. I don't want to get into it. But anyway,
No,
the
that's-
roping contest held between Schoonover and McGonigal, and it started over a discussion, friendly wager made at the Wolftown Saloon, and then we got kind of bogged down just talking about Wolftown and how it was a bar in an outlaw town, and it was co-owned by Sheriff David Kemp, who, as we all know, is kind of a scoundrel. He's here. Yeah, he's the third person listed on the Boozoo list. So, Dave Kemp, we're not fans. I don't want to disparage the dead. I assume he's dead. I hope he's not still alive. But anyway, that's where the wager was laid out in the Wolftown Saloon, co-owned by Dave Kemp, and we kind of stopped there. Do you want to hear more about this roping contest?
Yes, please. Let's listen to more.
Absolutely. So do I. And I know I said it, but welcome back to Baxter. I remember Baxter saying Baxter was going to Puerto Rico. I hope that was a sick trip. That sounds awesome. Have you ever been to Puerto Rico?
Never.
What countries have you been to?
Just the Mexico.
Yeah. Old Mexico?
Yeah. Yes.
Same here.
That is all.
I've been to Old Mexico, Canada, England, and Scotland. That's it.
I forgot I went to Haiti and Jamaica,
geez.
but
I forgot that
like,
too.
Real extensive day visits that were just stops.
Yeah. But hey, you were there. You're more worldly in that manner than I. Baxter says it's good to be back in Carlsbad. Soy Teresa says what? And that looks like 4 A's in what? So I think she's pretty serious about that. I don't know what she's questioning, but we should get started. Oh, you know what? You know how I know we should get started?
How?
Oh wait, wrong button. Gosh, I'm hitting buttons like a damn 2-year-old.
Start the. If I was in the chat, I would be saying, "Start the show."
I know you would.
Start the show.
Okay.
Start the show.
Oh, see, I almost forgot that too. It's boots off for Barrett time. I got my boots off. I'm wearing the classic Conda Customs snakeskin. I wonder if you can even read that they say Conda on them, but believe me, they do. These are my snakeskin custom Conda sneakers, and I have removed them in honor of James Barrett. And a quick aside, I can't not cut to the Cobra camera. He's ridiculous. You see this guy? I'm gonna put his cowboy hat back on him, see if he'll be receptive. Thank you, Cobra. Okay, fine. No. Alright, shit. I get it. But yeah, Pepito in Haiti is what Soy Teresa was whatting about. I cannot continue on this path. We have to start the show. It's imperative.
Start the show.
I know. We had the Soy Teresa told us to. Okay. So.
Their beautiful hair.
Whose hair? Mine?
No. Soy Teresa's.
Oh. Alright, whatever.
Oh, you're
moving on.
It shines.
McGonagall and Schoonover, who operated the bar, turned their conversations onto roping and the success of the American cowboys. Cinderoni thinks Conda has beautiful hair too, so I just want to point that out. Thank you very much.
That's nice shine.
It does have a luster. All right. McGonagall and Schoonover had always been slightly crossed. Old timers recall, and their conversation soon waxed warm. Have you ever had a conversation wax warm? That sounds like a good thing.
Yeah.
I
Sounds
don't
like a
know.
candle.
I feel contextually that the author here is saying that, things heated up, but a conversation waxing warm sounds like, it sounds like a good thing. I don't know. I'm confused. What does Soy Teresa say? Let's be real. We all have good hair here. Oh my gosh. Is Caveman News the best haired stream online? We know we're the most dangerous and fucked up, but could we have the best hair of any streaming crew? Because
No.
let's be honest, Pepito, I've seen your hair. I see it right now, mostly.
I see it as well. We'll never be Matt Gadberry in that one news clipping
Oh
you
yeah,
pulled up
that was
one time.
no. That was
Forgot
just because you didn't enter.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, where we at? Okay, the conversation waxed warm, and here we go. It was then that Clay responded to his most ardent heckler with the proposition that he could rope and tie 10 steers while Saul roped and tied one. Now those are some fighting words. If you ever said that to me, if you ever said that you could rope 10 steers in the time it took me to rope one, I'm sorry, but I would have to break your back over my knee. Just, like that. I don't know. I don't think my knee was in frame, but you can imagine what it would be like.
Roping steers.
They dickered? What? Is that what that says? Papito, is that what that says, or is my card wrong? Does it say they dickered?
You must have the wrong button. You must have hit the wrong article
Jesus.
because I don't see any word that resembles
okay.
that.
This is the one I should have hit. Doesn't this one say that he could rope 10 steers while homeboy could only do one?
Yes.
Okay, so I did get thrown off a little bit. Now this one says they dickered, and then bets of $1,000 cold cash were placed,
Wow.
and conditions were that each of the contestants should pick the stock for the other to rope. Now that's the way you do it. If you're going to have an honest roping contest, you need to have each of them pick the steers for the other one. Isn't that the noble way to do things, when you suggest?
You can't be picking the steers you're most comfortable with all the time.
Exactly. You can't just roll up to the roping contest and being like, "Oh, these are the steers I'm gonna rope," and there, Cobra in a set of horns or something, which I would not advise. Cobra would be very hard to rope as a steer. Whatever, you get it. You understand what I mean.
I can rope 10 cobras to year one.
Soy Teresa says, I learned so much from cave menus, and 100%. We are educators, first and foremost.
Ooh.
Oh, wait. What's up?
That's what we call the menus at our team member diner.
Right, at the secret Caveman News headquarters, invite-only restaurant.
Yeah.
We have the cave
our
menus.
Cave menus.
It's beautiful. Beautiful thing.
Thanks, Teresa. Giving all the secrets.
Cinderoni says Matt Gadberry. Oh my gosh. Cinderoni says that's so clever. Soy Teresa to say cave menus. My gosh.
Yeah, she's so smart. She's like ridiculously smart.
We should not. it's dangerous to. Let's not get into it. I'm not going to get into the complimenting Soy Teresa hour. Let's move on. I want to finish this story. God, if we keep messing around, eventually we're going to have to do Caveman News Rodeos 2, 3. Oh my God, that would be too much.
I don't want to title that bumper. I'm tired of rodeos.
Rodeos 2, 3. Oof. That would be disgusting. Cinderoni says we're all obsessed with Soy Teresa. No comment. Okay, is this the right
She
button?
should have her own show.
What?
You should produce her show.
God.
Switch roles.
The Soy Teresa show would be haunting. All right, 46. Here we go. The bet made, the date set, interest then concerned on time. Centered on time. Big contest. It seemed to be a matter of who would get killed first. Wow. Okay, so things are absolutely heating up. Saul had been out of practice many years and was soft from bartending. Well, that's what happens. That's why I don't bartend. Because if I did, I would lose my roping edge. And then who would rope all these steer? Did you ever ask yourself that?
Yeah, you can't be in the bar all day just standing there making drinks.
No, you'll get soft. Okay, here we go. During the weeks before his match, he followed roundups and was coached by Frank, Sam, and Nib Jones on Rocky Arroyo, all expert ropers in their own right. Schoonover returned from the mountains with 10 of the toughest steers he could find. They were 5 and 6-year-old stags with horns as sharp as knitting needles. The steers were outlaws, salty, rough, and wild. That could very easily become a new Caveman News tagline. Come watch the weekly stream hosted by two people who are outlaws, salty, rough, and wild. That's the Dafu of the day. Don't you think? I mean, it's comparable. It's the same thing. I agree. Clay wasn't taking any chances on Saul, having anything but a man killer for the contest, so he imported Rowan stag steer that had killed half a dozen natives from the old Mexico ranch of Colonel Terrazas. That's funny that they called it Old Mexico, because just earlier I was joking and calling Mexico Old Mexico, and then here they are in this. Ugh. I'm laughing, are you?
Yes.
Thank you. In the belief that the stag would be more vicious if kept in a dark place, Gray took a cue from the Romans, who seasoned lions for the gladiators and kept the stag in a wooden box for days before the big roping event. What do you think?
And kept the stag in the box for days.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
So he's keeping them cooped up and locked up, and
There's a lot of torture in rodeo world.
there is,
Animal.
and especially
I was learning that.
we're talking about a contest from 1904, so this is over 100 years ago. They were even meaner to animals back then, if you can
But it was
believe
normal, and it wasn't frowned upon.
No, it was for sport. I mean, as mentioned,
I
Will
think
Rogers.
The world,
What's up?
I think metaphorically, the world is bartending, and we're just getting softer.
Yeah, the world is bartending. That is a very profound philosophical take, and I'm gonna ruminate on that one for at least the next week. I really like that. The world is bartending. We've all gone soft. Okay, here we go.
Soft.
Those who had a peek at the animal through a narrow crack in the cage said that without doubt he was a veritable tornado of destruction. Wow. You think you could rope him?
Yes, I would love to try. Give me a shot. Let's go back in time, and then I'll do it. Or we'll find a bull now that's just as bad.
All right, if we're talking about, we've made some declarations on this show, and our goal for 2025 is resurrecting the towns of Phoenix and Wolftown, and I'm going to run for mayor of both of them, and I'm going to beat Brother Binks in the election. More on that later, but I have a great campaign manager who's going to help me in this. But then next year, 2026, the goal is for Pepito to scale the courthouse and perform the human bomb act that we heard Jim Ward do. Remember, or isn't that Jim Ward? Billy Ward, not Jim Ward.
Billy Ward.
I wish. Billy Ward. So yeah, next year, that is your goal, to scale the courthouse and perform the human bomb routine. But maybe 2027, we could have the goal of the Pepito versus Conda roping contest. Just to make sure we haven't gone soft. I don't know. Just putting it out there. Conjecture didn't concern the winners. Who the winner didn't concern the winner. It was who would be killed first. And they already said that, but it is a very dramatic line. What does Brother Bink say? I also have a great campaign manager. Her name is Cinderoni, and she's thrilled to accept the appointment. Okay, that changes things. I have a secret campaign manager to run for mayor of Phoenix and Wolftown. But if Cinderoni is backing Brother Binks, that's that throws a wrench into some of my plans. I don't know. I'm kind of shook.
The power of astrology behind him.
Oh my gosh, she'll know the exact time and day to unveil certain campaign slogans and things like this. But Pito, speaking of, you're gonna help me write my campaign slogan, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. Am I on the right button? Let's see. Yes. McGonagall, at that time, was world champion steer roper, but he had no easy time with his 10 steers.
Huh. So 10 is just the number.
What? The number of what?
steers that people are always roping.
Yeah, that is a good number for steers. Brother Bing says Cinderoni insisted on backing him, and that's unfortunate. Why am I... Okay, I'm really lucky that I'm not throwing my cards willy-nilly anymore, because it's not a challenge, because look at the camera. It's just right here. I would not have to throw it very hard at all. So I'm glad I didn't, because I would have thrown this card, and I would not have... Soy Teresa points out that Cinderoni is sure quiet in the chat, and that is true. As they were released one by one, each fought and gored with traditional viciousness of the range cattle in those days. So here we learn that it's not only some humans that have gone soft, but the steer themselves. Can you imagine that steers were a lot tougher 100 years ago?
Imagining.
Okay, good. That's all I can ask is for you to imagine. Just indulge me in imagining. That is
Tough.
beautiful. Okay, let's see. Clay broke several ropes. Oh gosh. And one of his horses was gored. He changed horses 2 or 3 times before the steers were subdued. Now that's crazy. I hadn't considered that. That they would have multiple horses in case one of them got gored. And they had to like jump off and get on a new horse to rope the other steers.
Yeah. They're disposable.
I guess to them, as you were talking about, people were not as kind to animals in those days. It's kind of sad. I'm very nice to an animal here, and let's go to a quick. Let's check in on Cobra really quick.
And shout outs to all the good pet owners.
All
you awesome people.
Let's see. Sorry, Cobra. All right, now
Wow.
let's go one more time.
Voila.
Okay. He's got his cowboy hat on. Beautiful.
That's Cave TV material.
That is Cave TV. All right. Where are we at? We're at... Okay. One wild stag ran over the fence in front of the grandstand, charged spectators, and caused one woman to faint and men to rush their children to safety. Well, I don't know. I'm sure that's what the men said. They said, oh, we're just... Wait, hang on. Why do I have two... Why do I have so many lit up? That's crazy. I didn't mean to have... Oh, sorry, Cobra. I should have removed your cowboy hat. I don't want to burden you with that. But yeah, I'm sure that's just an excuse that the tough men of the day said, you know, oh, I'm not running because I'm afraid. I just have to protect my children. See, that's why I don't have kids. So if there are any steers that jump fences near me, it's just me and the steer, baby. I ain't running.
Helicopter dad.
Nah, not me. Not me. Then came the climax. Oof. All right. So is one of them gonna die?
Oh.
You don't think so?
Sure. Yes.
Uh, and Soy Teresa says the rest of the women were holding it down, though. Oh, here's Dark Farts. Dark Farts in the chat says that she's late. And you know what? Gosh, my vision is so bad. Pepito, do you have any jokes or anything?
God damn it. Fuck.
Well, I need to put down the microphone for a second. I need to include the thing that Dark Farts missed at the top of the show. So, if you'll let me pull that up, can you tell us a story or tell us anything? I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Well, I was at the Stevens Inn working this past Memorial Day weekend. It was hectic. So many people, so many children, so much. And let's see, met this cool person from France, and he was like,
Oh. Okay, sorry. I can't pull it up right now. Dark Farts, I apologize. I'm going to have to send you a clip of the... We did a birthday shout out to Hot Sauce at the top of the show. And I was trying to pull that up real quick and I accidentally messed everything up. But happy birthday to Hot Sauce.
"Happy birthday, hot sauce."
Yeah. So, happy birthday to Hot Sauce. I cannot pull that up right now. Now, where did I put my controller? Okay. Now, what number are we on? I should have left it on the screen, but... Okay. Alright, I think I know where we're at. Sorry, we got distracted. Baxter says you have to re-watch on YouTube. Dark Fart says, sorry I missed it, but thank you. He says thank you too. So, wonderful. Hot Sauce, shout out. Here we go. Yes, big clap for Hot Sauce.
Hot sauce.
The
Cool
big
name.
roan stag, which had been brought to the arena on George Lucas's dray, was released from the wooden cage. All right, this is our big climax. Everybody forgot about Dre, but there was a big old steer on it, so... Right? Hello?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Beautiful. The killer, with 2.5 dozen notches on his horns, strode majestically into the arena. Boom. Here we go. This is the highlight, the climax. This is what it's all been building up to. Blinded temporarily by the brilliant New Mexico sun, he flailed the air with his hoofs and bellowed and bawled. Oof. I've got chills, do you?
Yeah, I love it. I'm always flailing in the air with my hooves.
Yeah. You are?
Yeah.
Jeez. I don't know. I haven't been to your side of town in a bit, so I haven't seen you doing this, but... Golly. Lo siento to all your enemies. That sounds... That would cripple me with fear to see. I should say the word cripple. Anyway, here we go. Murder was in his eyes and in his heart. Bam. Schoonover charged the stag and missed. The animal bellowed and charged blindly. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's so much action. I'm trying to picture it all. It's just so much gore.
There is. Well, we already have, what was it, 2 horses that got gored? Jeez Louise. This truly is the most exciting roping contest that the West ever saw. And as a reminder, let's not forget famous cowboy humorist Will Rogers was in attendance. He came down just to see this.
The king of the talkies.
For sure. I don't know, was he in a talkie? I don't know.
Yeah, but he did a lot of talkies.
Okay, see, here's a little spoiler.
The other
As a young man, my name was changed to that of my stepdad. As a child, I grew up with the name Rogers. So when people would mention, "Oh, are you related to Will Rogers?" I'd be like, "Man, who is this schmuck? I don't want to know anything about him." And so I have a big blind spot on Will Rogers lore. And that's the same reason I didn't watch Mr. Rogers. And oh, that was a bit loud. Yeah, anyway, let's continue. Schoonover sailed a pretty loop, over the animal's horns, and in an endeavor to kill the animal, charged back and forth at full tilt. So Moody Jones, black, bald-faced roping horse. What? Oh, at full tilt on Moody Jones, black, bald-faced roping horse. Okay, that makes more sense. Moody Jones? That's the first time we're hours into this story, and that's the first time I hear that the horse was named Moody Jones? Talk about burying the lead. They should have said that right off the top. I think. Whatever. Thank you, Papito. It's beautiful.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Nah, you couldn't. You couldn't. 65. Finally, Schoonover stepped. Oh, wait. No, 65. But the last stag had a tough neck and survived all of Soul's big steer roping technique.
Tough neck.
I got a big neck, or a tough neck. I forgot what I just read. Finally, Schoonover stepped from his mount, and as the roping horse held a taut rope, he tied down the stag. Up went Schoonover's hat.
Oh.
And that's how you do it.
It went up.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
To signify that I won. Okay, hang on. Hold on, we gotta cut to the Cobra Cam.
He did the Mary Tyler Moore thing where he just tossed the hat up.
Right.
Whoa.
Freeze frame. There's Pepito.
Cobra.
There's Cobra. He's snoozing. It's beautiful. Okay.
Okay, TV.
Dark Farts likes Cobra's little hat. I'm trying a new thing. I'm doing the earbuds this week instead of the overheads. but I keep having to adjust it so that it doesn't fall out of my ear. Cave TV, we need improvements on this. If I can get some better earbuds. Earbuds?
Yeah, all the
Earbuds? Did I say earbuds? Jeez Louise.
Airbud, the number one
Golly.
golden retriever. And
Airbuddies. Okay. I'm losing my. All right. Now, where are we at? That's 67. Okay, up went his hat.
He's gonna make it.
The
after
timekeepers snapped the time. Oh, good. That's their job. What's Brother Bing say? I'm a fan of Cobra Cam and the film Airbud. They are not exclusive. You can be fans of both. I do love the Cobra Cam though.
Oh, you have
Yeah,
to pick
we're at-
one.
No, dude. Schoonover had won by a small margin. Boom. We should have placed bets about who would win. Shouldn't we have?
Yes. I love gambling with you on our streams. It's one of
Yeah,
my favorite
remember that
pastimes.
time we did the gambling episode and you lost and had to shave your head?
This is
And
my
then that
face.
led to you forging my painting? Oh my god. Caveman News has been through a lot. It's been
It's been a little too quiet
it's been a
lately.
wild ride. McGonagall lost his $1,000, but he won it back the next day at a big free-for-all roping contest when he set
Big
a new world's record in steer roping without a bridle on his horse. So what the? He loses $1,000 because he doesn't rope as good, and then just turns around and wins it back by setting a world record. That's ridiculous.
Nice. One of the greatest comebacks.
Comeback of the year, and that year being
Need to bring back-
1904.
You start going to those free form roping contests.
Okay, hang on just a second. We have to. Cobra just did a big snore, and I looked over at him, and he has continued to sleep, and the cowboy hat has not moved. It's I want to say a Christmas miracle, but it's not Christmas. Oh, it's a 2-month miracle. That's what it is. Do you agree?
Yes.
Bueno. The steers were supplied by Morgan Livingston, father of Carl, Marvin, and Joe Livingston. That was before the drought struck the country, and the cattle grew big in the Sand County east of Pecos. That's a shame about that drought. Imagine living in that era a century ago when the cows were huge and mean and just roaming around the outskirts of Carlsbad. My God. You'd be roping all day. It would be an unending rope fest.
They're all naturally buff.
As a strange sequel, the instant it was announced that McGonagall had broken the world's record and had retrieved all he had lost in the contest the day before, Saul Schoonover, it turned out, had also won the same amount. Now that is a hard pill to swallow. You lose $1,000 to a man, and you fight back, you come back the next day, you set a world record and win another $1,000. You're back to even, everything is good. and the guy who won your money also wins $1,000. That would discourage me. I do have a tendency to get discouraged, and this absolutely would be spirit wrecking for me. How would you handle it?
Wow. It wouldn't bother me because I still have my money. But you're just more competitive than I am.
I guess. No, I'm not. I don't know. Maybe I am.
It's a good thing.
By betting someone that Clay could not rope a big ML steer without a bridle on his horse within a certain time. I don't know. I don't exactly follow. Schoonover won his bet, but McGonagall had broken the world's record and won the money. So they're both prospering. They both win. For 20 years, McGonagall was considered to be one of the fastest men in the roping game.
Wow.
He lived on a ranch on the plains near Lovington, but made Carlsbad his headquarters. And that's the way to do it. Every now and then, I have lived in other places besides Carlsbad a few times, but it remains the headquarters, even if I do have to take a sabbatical for a few years. Wait, okay. Yeah, Carlsbad's his headquarters. All right. I forgot to start my timer, so I have to keep checking my watch to see if we're good on time. I think we're doing, as they say, perfect. He had a keen sense of humor, old-timers recall, and loved to play practical jokes on his friends. He was a good sport and could take a joke on himself, too. I really wish the article would have given us further details. What are cowboy pranks? I can't imagine. Maybe putting a big cow pie in somebody's boot? I don't know. What do you think? What's a cowboy prank?
Jeez.
Pushing over the outhouse?
I guess
Could be.
so, man. Not
All right.
starching them jeans.
Okay, I've got one last button here. He was killed accidentally. Come on. At
Oh.
Sackatoon, Arizona in 1921. His widow and their son, Clay Jr., now operate a ranch at Cabazon, northwest of Albuquerque. So that's kind of a bummer, but nobody lives forever. And I do like how they made sure to say that he died accidentally. And Dark Farts in the chat says that snake in the boot is a good cowboy prank, and I do agree. Pepito,
Oh.
it's been fun to talk about roping. Here's Cobra.
So,
I'm gonna move the Cobra cam a little bit closer. Oh, hey, Cobra tipped his hat, and he put it back on. Beautiful. Pepito, it's time to close
yeah.
the show out. It's undeniable.
hell yeah.
Do you have a lyric to end us on? It's your week to give us a lyric.
Sure, yeah, here we go. Sneaking out at night through the back door, leather back seat, taillight heat, looking for more, looking for more. Switchblade, clutch purse, motorbike, mini skirt, horsepower, engine, Vibrations. Ooh, I'm shaking.
Beautiful.
That was Dog Days by Dead.
By who?
And the Dead.
All right.
DEAD.
Soy Teresa says, get it, get it. And do you have any guests that you would like to invite to be on a future episode?
Dude, Dreamcast, Big Steve, Justice Warrior. Is that his Truth Justice Warrior?
No, I
Is
think
that
it's
his handle?
Warrior for Christ was his YouTube name, I believe. And it's a shame. Big Steve was somebody that we found early in Caveman News. We would just search YouTube and search for videos that mention Carlsbad, New Mexico that were uploaded in the past week. And we found this video by Big Steve. We had no idea who he was. We later watched a ton of his videos and became indebted to his wisdom. But that first video where he talks about cryptids, and he talks about, yes, that's the Big Steve prayer hands, but he talked about a huge bat-like creature flying alongside his car, out in front of his car or something like that. It was beautiful, and I've gone back to try to find that Big Steve video. Oh yeah, there's the Big Steve face. You gotta have the pursed lips. Just like that. It's beautiful. Yes, Big Steve. I wish that cryptid video was still up there. We have a copy of it because I save all the Caveman News episodes, but it's us watching it and kind of laughing over it. So, we don't have the uncut original video. I wish that we did. Papito, we need to close. We're actually, you know what? I think that we could continue this for a while. I don't think anybody would be. There's Cobra. Okay. I think that we should continue, and furthermore,
Stop.
If I was in the chat, I would be saying,
Stop.
the show. I know you would.
Stop.
The show.
Okay.
all right. I guess that means we have to stop the show. Next week, we have a very fun topic. Hang on.
Okay.
Pet? We already didn't. And pet? Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. The Network Cave TV is telling me that next week we're going to be talking about petrified man found in Carlsbad Caverns. Papito, thank you very much.
Epic.
1,
Epic.
3, 1, 2. If you're here next week, then we'll both see you. And so will Cobra.